middle ground to this podcast.
You don't think so?
I think it could either be absolutely fucking terrible or it might be like the greatest experiment that we've put on.
Well, we're live now.
We are live, yes. What's up, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome to the Connect CTMY podcast with zero production value, zero frills, but two guys who love to have a good time and are just testing things out, see if they can have some traction.
Well, we did prep with one thing.
What did we prep with?
We do have bourbon.
We have bourbon. We're here in my new office in Chappaqua.
Congrats,
that I've been
bro.
in for 1
Congrats.
week.
Yep.
Thanks. And this is our level of production value.
Yep.
We've got red solo cups.
Cheers, by the way.
L'Chaim.
Cheers. Congrats to the
Azor,
office.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Little Maker's Mark.
On a Friday?
Ooh, it is a Friday. They should be sponsoring us right now.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, if this podcast gets big enough, there's a good possibility they may.
I'll tell you what, though. Here's the problem.
Maybe should we tag them in this video?
Yeah, we should. The
Yeah.
problem is we can't even decide on a location for our next event. Neither of us have the time to reach
Right.
out to schedule that. You think that we can get in contact?
I think we should. I think we should also talk about what Connect CT is
Yo,
done.
you know what's crazy? Side note.
Yeah,
We're
it
not
totally
even-
cut me off. Like,
Yeah, I know. Mine's more important. We're not even drinking Maker's Mark. We're drinking Woodford Reserve. So we're not going to tag anybody.
Yeah, that's a great freaking point.
Yeah. So
Wow.
what's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Let's talk about Connect CT. That's why we're here, right?
What's that?
So it's a networking group that we started. What we got to be like on a year now, right?
Yeah,
probably
about
more.
2 years. I prefer the term community, though.
I like.
I've
community.
drilled that into your head a few times. It hasn't stuck, I guess.
No, well, especially when you give me the bourbon, I totally
It's a little loose.
totally forget about
So
it.
Connect CTMY, what do you got planned? I mean, we've taken a few months off. And,
Yeah.
I think, listen, I think during the summer everybody sort of just says fuck it and does their
Yeah.
own thing. And,
Yeah.
it's time that we return and we kind of make things happen. So what are you thinking? What do you got?
Well, I think that moving forward, our style is we're relaxed, just like this podcast. Like we're relaxed. We want it to be chill. It's not going to be a stiff community networking event.
Sure.
I think that the next one should be in Greenwich.
I like that.
And by the way, I don't know if we were allowed to say this on here, but I was thinking about some Greenwich spots.
Yeah.
That I want to run by you. Is that something that we should discuss here? Or I'm curious.
Yeah, Elon Musk bought Twitter and rebranded it to X.
Right.
He wanted freedom of
Yeah.
speech.
Right.
I'm all
That's
about
what this is. Are we posting this on X?
Dude, no. I mean, like you can. Like my Twitter is. I'm not even gonna give my username because I don't want people finding it. Like it's all about pro wrestling and
Oh
fucking
my
jam bands.
God.
Like I don't want people knowing what I got going on there. But
Yo, you
probably
should
not.
when you saw what's his name at Tony's at the J House.
Triple
yeah,
H?
You should have asked him to come on to this podcast.
Dude, that was the best night of my life.
That was sick.
I gave Joe $100 and I said, I need you to make this happen. He said, dude, you don't got to give me $100. I said, Joe, you worked for me long enough. I know that I have to give you $100.
Right.
And dude, I had a table right next to Triple H. I waited the entire time.
Was there a line?
Dude, no. So he was like at a family dinner, like Stephanie, Vince, like everybody was there. Dude, it was unbelievable. Like I was right next
You
to
think it's a
them.
little birthday party?
So where we had our event.
Right.
In that room, that's where they were. I guess they usually get a private room. They did not get the room. And we're sitting there. And, dude, I'm like, holy shit. And so the crazy story, right? So I think I played golf prior with my assistant, Eric. What's up, Eric? He'll probably be our only watcher of this. I'm going to make him watch these.
Maybe he'll throw us a like, too, while we're at it.
He's so bad at social media. I hope you hear this, Eric. Anyways, we're driving from golf, and this big wrestler dies, Bray Wyatt, and I get a notification, and I'm like, dude, no fucking way.
Right, that was that same day.
And the
Was
way
it Friday or
dude,
Thursday?
the way the news got broke,
Yeah.
I found out 3 minutes after it broke via Twitter, or
Right.
X, Elon, what's up? And Triple H tweeted it, and I get to the J House, and I'm like rocked at this point, because Bray Wyatt was a generational star. He was super creative. I'm sitting at the bar, Eric's next to me, and I'm like, dude, this, my night was almost ruined, I'd say, because I couldn't believe that it happened. And Joe walks up to us. He goes, Austin, don't freak out, but like the McMahon family is coming for dinner. I said, dude, what? He goes, yeah, they're sitting on the main floor.
Wait, Vince was there, too?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, dude, what? He goes, yeah. I go, okay. I go, I need you to put me next to them. Now in my head, I'm thinking it's so crazy. I said to Joe, I said, there's no way Triple H is coming. I said, he literally just broke the news. And from a professional wrestling standpoint, dude, he has to rewrite the entire show.
Right.
Now. Like, that's the crazy
He was
thing.
an active wrestler, right?
Bray Wyatt? Yeah, dude, he was like a main eventer.
That's crazy.
And like, listen, everybody says wrestling's fake, it's whatever. But to me, it's the greatest TV show that's never ended.
Right.
It's just entertainment.
Like a little soap opera.
And I love the business side of it, is who they choose to push, who they choose to make their studs, their celebrities, their top guys. Bray Wyatt was one of them. And when it comes to wrestling, the thing about wrestling is these stories that they write and the way they script it all, it's scripted months in advance.
Right.
So
just like this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So they had this whole plan for him scripted months in advance, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like Triple H has to rebrand everything.
Right.
But long story short, I waited till they finished dinner, singing "Happy Birthday." I got my one-on-one with Triple H. He says so I waited for him to go pee. That was what I was waiting for. And he goes to go pee.
Wait, so you stood outside the bathroom?
No, dude. So I was right next to him.
I was going to say, because that would be crazy.
I would have gone in the bathroom. What am I, nuts? I'm a guy. At least I identify as one. Oh, is that loud? I don't know. I could be alienating people. I'm not editing it, but you know.
This podcast literally maybe one episode and done.
One and done. Anyways, I'm right near him, so I wait for him to go to the bathroom. So he walked out of his little chained section. And I say, Mr. Levesque, I'm one of your big... Well, first, actually, what happened is Stephanie, after they sang Happy Birthday to her kids, she like came over and like thanked everyone in like the most diplomatic shit I've ever seen.
The staff?
Stephanie.
Thanked who? The staff?
Us. Like everybody around the tables. Because like when they sang to her daughter, I was like, happy birthday, you know? Getting fucking... Because I do that. I had like 9 espresso martinis. But I'm fucking loose.
Bailey's in there or no?
Of course Bailey's.
Yeah, just
she knows. I'm about to go after this. We're going to go to a place.
I thought you were going to have it here.
Dude, I can't even make espresso martinis in my own house. Like, let alone in an office with no furniture.
There is a washer-dryer hookup, though.
There's a washer-dryer hookup, and I actually might get one because I don't pay my electric bill. Like, I get a 10% pro rata share.
So it's all...
Because it's one meter. I think I might get one because I only have to pay 10%. But I have a better deal, though. I have a good deal. Like, who does my laundry now?
Right, because you just ship it off.
No, I don't do the Uber thing anymore.
Really?
I don't do Uber for laundry
That's too expensive?
anymore. Dude, it was just like, I don't want strangers touching my clothes.
You're a business owner now, so you got to cut back on.
Dude, what did I do? I did something the other day. Oh, when I switched to Verizon today. Verizon's like the rich person's phone service in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I said, wow, I've really made it in life.
What's your top 5 like
cell phone services?
Yeah, like what would you say? Obviously Verizon.
I don't know if I can name 5. They're all conglomerates.
Would you say AT&T is 2?
Dude, I don't think I know anyone with AT&T anymore.
I have AT&T.
Do you?
Let me tell you.
What do you pay a month?
It's less than Verizon.
You and Leanne are together?
Yes.
And what do you pay?
It's like 100 something.
I pay 100 for 2 phones. I have the same.
That's the top of the top.
Yeah, but I should be paying more if I'm at the top of the top.
Well, then you're getting a good deal.
You gotta know how to swindle and smooth.
So would you say Verizon 1?
Yeah. I guess AT&T, but like
T-Mobile's got to be at Nextel. Is that still around?
No, they Nextel. T-Mobile bought Nextel, Sprint, all of these.
Sprint, that's people. Right. So what? So there's no.
I think there's 3.
So it's a monopoly.
And there's like Boost and like fucking. Like, do we count them? I think Boost uses the T-Mobile network. Right, that would make sense.
Right. Yeah. So they got to be at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, but the thing was, dude. So when you were on your way here, you took the same route that I take.
Zero service whatsoever.
There was a 10-minute gap where you had no service.
Like on the phone with Leanne, she's like, "I'm hanging up now."
There was a 10-minute. How unbelievable! You know, Kevin and I. For those at home, it's my best friend. You know Kevin. Where you know Kevin, he was at your wedding.
I certainly do.
We were talking the other day, and I just did stand up where you were at, and dude, we think that it would be a hilarious bit to talk about stand up comedy and how like there's no, like why are there still zones that are no service? People are landing on the fucking moon,
right? And
I drive through fucking Armonk and I don't have service,
right? And I'm by the airport nonetheless.
I'm by the airport. Like, I should have that. My loved ones need to pick me up.
Right. That probably happens.
That's actually right where it starts. It starts right around there when you make that left.
Make that left, and then boom, done.
Yeah, you're done for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. Beautiful airport, though, by the way.
Westchester's great.
I like.
When I go to Florida, I literally will only fly out. I'll pay $300 more to do it.
It's not even 2 hours, right? How far is that?
No, Florida's 3.5.
Is it 3.5?
Yeah. Really? Florida's 3.5 no matter where you come from.
Really?
I mean, like in New York. If you come from China, it's obviously different. But like, for me, I'm like, dude, flying out of Westchester is great. I'm talking about a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. So should we talk about anything related to Connect CT?
Yeah, we probably should.
We were going somewhere with it.
I hope everybody likes what we got going on. I made that this morning on Canva. Took a little modification.
Yeah, I like the blue with the red.
Sand. You like my amber sand I
did?
I do.
I like
that. That actually took some skill. I was on the phone trying to figure that out.
That was nice. Yeah. I should have wore a red shirt, though. It would have matched, because now you got the blue and the red.
Oh, it wasn't intentional, but that would have been great.
That would have been sick.
Red and I was wearing blue.
Yeah, we know moving forward.
Yeah.
But so anyway, next event, I was thinking about some different places, and we'd be, if anybody's actually watching this video.
Dude, people are, like, I think that's the point of what I'm about to start doing with all these episodes and these podcasts. I just want to like fucking.
Let's hear some feedback.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
Like I want people to see like this is what we do. You know, it doesn't have to be this big production. You know?
And this is just us at a networking event too, which is bullshit.
But you know what? And I'm glad you said that. That is what we have built.
Right.
I think that's the coolest.
And that's the goal.
In all seriousness, that's what we've built. Like, that's how I've been successful. That's how you're successful. Like we are just us all the time, and I think that's such a telltale sign of what Connect CTNY has become. And we took a big hiatus for a bit, and I think that's because I was golfing every day, and you were doing other things. You bought a house. Congratulations.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
Cheers to you.
Cheers, man.
House is great. I insure the house.
Yep.
But I think it's time to bring it back, and I think that there could be a re-envisioning of the model. I think that one thing I'll say, we haven't even talked about this in person yet. I think that everybody's trying to do networking now, in terms of like they're trying to form their own events, and they're not doing it the way we did it. And maybe they're going to try to put it on, and they're doing what's big and best, but we carry a lot of weight. We put on events every month where we were having over 100 people. We were charging $50 and up a month every event, and we did it. And we did it consistently. And I think that, Mike, that is the biggest challenging part. Everybody says, hey, we want to throw an event. We want to throw an event. Dude, we've got 15 events under our belt.
Should we hit him with the breaking news?
What's the breaking news, Mike?
That the next event's going to be a big fat zero. In terms of the entry fee, zero to you.
We should probably do that better so that we can make clips of it. You should do that better. Say, hey, Austin, you want to hear the breaking news? And I'll say, yeah. And then
should we redo that whole thing?
Yeah, I'm not cutting it.
Right.
But you should say, hey, Austin, you want to hear the news about Connect? Hey, you should say, hey, Austin, do we want to break the news? And I'll say yes. And then we'll make a video of you doing your piece, and you'll get to post that.
Did you hear the breaking news?
What breaking news?
So Connect CT NY is coming back.
We're coming back?
We're coming back. Took a little hiatus.
Yeah, I played a lot of golf. He bought a house.
Bought a house. Summertime. We were relaxing on the beach. But next event, big fat zero. Entry fee. It's going to be on us.
On us is right.
So
I pretended like I didn't know. But the thing is, we are going to be charging $0 for our next event, and it's going to be in the month of November. And the reason we're doing it in the month of November, right around Thanksgiving time, is because we are thankful for all of you at home who have made Connect CTNY a household name in the networking space, and we want to give back to you. And for once, Mike and I want to sponsor an event ourselves, get a little shine, get a little, hey, how you doing? And we want to give this back to you guys for all that you've done for us in the last few months. I mean, Mike, you've had a couple houses sold off of Connect CTNY.
Yeah, no, we've both gotten business.
And I've done a ton of deals off of that.
And not only that, not only have we both gotten business, people in our networking group that have come consistently.
Community.
He'll
get it one day.
From day one have gotten business as well, which is ultimately the goal, right? Make connections, and that's why it's called Connect CTNY, and ultimately get business and put more food on the table, and be able to go on vacation and things like that, right? That's ultimately the goal at the end of the day. So,
but Mike, and in all seriousness, I'm kind of glad we're talking about this. I think there really is a thing, right, where we see, and I'm, not to name names, nobody knows when we shot this, but I've seen a lot of networking events recently, and it's these people that are throwing their first events, and good for them. Their first events look
got to start somewhere,
for sure.
But our first event, we only had what?
12
people?
For sure, but we didn't do it with the hoopla that a lot of people are doing it with now.
That's true.
They're doing it with hoopla, the level of they're having, a bands, and they're doing it at these steakhouses. Dude, it took us 8 events to get to a steakhouse, And I think that there's a degree of, we have become somewhat, while we are very good at our fields of real estate and insurance, we have become professionals in this space, And I think that consistency is the most challenging thing with this. And I'm going to go on the record here and say, we were thinking about giving up on this.
I think what was that?
Yeah, I know. It happens about 4 times a day. I don't know what's going on.
Bowling alley out there?
Dude, I know, dude. 4 times a day, I hear that bang. I have no idea.
I totally lost train of thought.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's crazy. Why do I hear that so often?
What were we even talking about? You were saying
the consistency and how we almost gave up.
Right. We definitely. I mean, even to this day, it's like, all right,
we got to do it. We don't really want to.
Right.
I think that, Mike, the reason we think about giving up is we're both very fortunate. We've worked our asses off at such a young age where we're kind of I wouldn't say the word set. I'd say the word that we're in the position to do well from here on.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that we don't necessarily need to network anymore. But I think that at the end of the day, the hunger is never quenched.
Yeah.
But I think that we both have our own lives going on. And since we started Connect CT, a lot has happened in your life.
Yep.
You've gotten married. You've got a house. You've probably had that dog already. You had to move. These things. And in my life, I left a company, started a new one. I moved offices. I've done a lot. And I see that the business still follows, but the business still follows because of the social media presence we've built and everything we've done. And I think that...
but it's not just about us at the end of the day.
And I think I couldn't fabricate that thought, but yes, I agree. It's not just about us, and I think that there's something to be gained for everybody. I mean, I don't think we've ever publicly told the story of our first event.
Yep.
If you want, not the one I wasn't at, but with our ex-partner, but the one He won't watch. I don't give a fuck.
No, probably. Yeah, if he does, he does.
If you want to tell the story of our first event, I think it's gonna make us a great social.
What,
media.
the one that nobody showed up to?
Yeah.
Like we only had 12 people. We did order a bunch of pizzas and wings, but we did have but it was about the quality of the people that we had.
And we had great quality.
I would say
I got business off that.
right, and I would say more than half of those people actually continued to come consistently.
I
And
don't know about half, but
no, I would say about half if you start thinking about it. If you include us.
Here's the thing, right? So I say that if we had, let's just say, 20 people total, I'd say that 10 were off. We tried this thing, meetup.com, right?
Yep.
And what meetup.com was we used it to basically get people we didn't already know, because Mike and I are, we're super connected in the communities already. And that was great. I'd say that of the 20 people, 10 were meetup.com, and I'd say we got 5 that consistently came from meetup.com.
Okay, yeah. I don't even think it was 20 people, but
right. No, me neither. But I was giving a number because I'm bad at math. But that was easy to kind of like break down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I think that that's kind of our goal with our next event too. Is we want to meet new people. I think that it's important for our network to meet new people as well. And I think that there's something to be gained from what we're about to do. I think the way we've put our name on the map so far is we've been very unconventional with all of our thought processes and planning. I mean, I think about the Shamrock Soiree often. I mean, think about those videos at like 9 o'clock in the morning in your apartment building. You know, those things put us on the map.
And I always say this even from when we did the closer convos.
Closer conversations, it was a while ago.
I always say this is that you have to think outside the box, especially in today's day and age, especially in both of our
middle name.
Right, especially in both of our industries. Like how many people are realtors? There's so many. I mean, everybody and their mother is a realtor, and the insurance world is super overpopulated.
Yeah. It's very challenging market.
So you have to be outside the box all day long, and I think that this is just a weapon in our arsenal.
That's a great way that you said it, though. Like I firmly agree. I think that at the end of the day, Connect CTMY is not going to be our ticket to fame.
No, of course not.
And I think that, for anybody at home, I don't want anyone to ever think we made money off these events, because we never did make money. And with any money that was left over, we donated it to charity.
Yeah.
And I think that at the end of the day, just like you said, it's a weapon in our arsenal. It's like this content wall behind me is a weapon in my arsenal. It's a platform, because at the end of the day, you are only as sharp as all of the tools in your shed. And if you use them effectively, you're going to be great.
Yeah.
But you need to have tools. You can't just have 1 or 2 tools and say, I'm going to be the sharpest motherfucker in the game.
Because those 1 or 2 tools are probably the same 1 or 2 tools that most other insurance agents are using and realtors. So you got to have multiple different things.
Your space is significantly more saturated than mine.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but I will say a lot of realtors getting out of business now that the market's shifted. It's not that it's not a hot market and you can't make money, but it's a lot tougher
to stand out.
You cannot do this job part-time. It's just not possible.
I'm going to cut you off for a quick second. We're recording on my iPhone, so I want to make sure that we're still recording. But yeah, I'm not going to cut this either.
No, it's good.
We're still recording. We're doing great.
Yeah, this is our first one, so.
Yeah, first one. But this is how they're all going to go, dude. I have 3 episodes next week to do like this. But
Who do you have on the?
I have Tony, my buddy Connor, and I made up that there was 3. There's only 2, I guess.
3 sounded way better.
3 sounded way better.
Right, jam-packed week next week.
I don't even know what I'm going to do with these.
Right.
Like, I'll probably put them on YouTube. Maybe we'll make a couple clips out of them.
You guys going to sit on the couch?
I don't know, dude. I kind of what do you guys, I'm curious what people think at home. Like, this is a lot. Like, my neck hurts.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm going to have such a stiff neck tomorrow.
Dude, my neck hurts. I have to drive 4 hours tomorrow.
Right, here's my thing. I think this is perfect for this podcast. Yeah. But I think for closer combos.
I have those.
I think you need to do more like direct, because you're the one asking the question.
Yeah.
This is us just shooting the shit.
And that's cool. I think that for the first time right there, I just realized what the difference between the 2 podcasts is.
100%, right then and there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but like, if we bring guests on, though, like, I'm gonna have to rethink this whole story. What are we gonna fucking pull everything up and like have the armrest
and just sit like
have them in the middle? Dude, I actually think that would be so funny, though.
Yo, I mean, you could fit somebody there.
I know you could. That's why
we'd be like,
this is 2.5. It's 2.5 spaces.
I think why not?
I did a lot of research before I bought this couch, because it's like this couch. You see, this is like listen. I think the office looks great, but I mean, you guys have no idea. You have no idea like how much work I've put into this place to look the way it does. Like, for example, this couch extrudes off the wall 32 inches, and I lost an inch by having the wall. So it's really 34, 33, right? So I had to be very conscious of the couch that I bought, because I didn't want to block this doorway here in my kitchen. So that was one of the things I thought about, and that's why I ended up with this. But for those at home that are wondering, they're saying, Austin, why did you get a couch? Why didn't you get chairs? The reason is this is my office.
Right.
Like, I like to take naps sometimes. Like, I don't eat, sleep, breathe insurance because I can't. Well, I mean, I do, but I can't eat, sleep, breathe insurance without the second part, which is sleep. So I nap.
How many, like, all right, so obviously you're very successful in what you do.
I try.
What's the, like, give me, like, the breakdown of, like, your morning routine. Because, like, a lot of successful people, it's all about, like, routine, day in and day out.
I'm all routine.
So hit me with, like, what's the morning routine? Like, take me through the Austin Glazer's day. Day in the life of Austin, which, by the way, is a good video idea.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Good
actually
content
excited. I'm
idea,
going to just perk up a little so I can record it all with that. Take it down. Day in the life of Austin Glazer. Well, I wake up at 5:30 usually morning, sometimes 5:15. I go to the gym. I'm the guy that takes my time in the gym. I'm not like rushing to work out. Like, I own the company. I get here when I get here, you know? But I'm up and I'm doing productive shit. I don't leave the gym until I've burned 800 to 1,000 calories on my watch. That's why I started wearing an Apple Watch every day. I used to wear really nice watches. I stopped wearing them because it's all about, to me, the calorie intake, and I want to see what I'm burning. And then I sit in my office. But like when I get to my office or my house, the thing is, my day is super structured. Like if you're a client that is looking to get insurance from me and you call me out of the blue, I do not talk to you on the phone then and there.
You schedule them right then and there.
Absolutely. I got a great call from a referral partner and a mortgage broker the other day. I never got a deal from him in my life. Referred a client and he said, hey, you know, can I get a quote? Now the thing was, old me, when I first got in the business, and I'll get back to where you're asking, but I think it's important to share these things for people at home. When I first got in the business, if somebody called me for a quote, I dropped everything and quoted their stuff right there. There is a degree of this guy looks important if you structure it the right way. And I think that's one of the things I have mastered, I will tell you.
You are very good at that.
I make it look like clients I'm the most important person in the world.
Yeah.
Am I the most important person in the world? No. Am I the most busiest? No. And here's why, though, because, and this is a funny thing, right? And then just to piggyback before I go back to that answer, the daily routine, I work here till probably, you know, depends on the day. Anywhere from 2 to 5.
What time are you getting here? 8?
Most days 9.
Okay.
Some days 10. Some days 11.
Yeah.
You know, it really depends, like, what I got going on. See, I think that a big thing that has changed for me since I started the company has been, like, what my days look like, right? Because I think that when I was at my previous company, dude, I would work all day. And I wasn't huge into the calendar. And this was like an organic thing that just kind of happened to me. Like, it didn't happen to me, like, right away. It just, it happened where, like, I structure my days, like, in a row. Like, if you're a client and you want to call, like, I want every call, like, in a row. And if I have nothing going on after that, like, I'm just on, like, Facebook or Instagram, like, you know, and because that's also branding too. But, like, dude, I have a lot of free time now.
Right.
Like,
well,
today,
I don't think you need to work.
I don't.
100 hours a week, like, because we're both now. Welcome to the 1099 world.
Thank you.
You don't need
K2 for me.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Right? You're not W2 anymore.
Right.
But you don't need to work 100 hours in a Monday through Friday.
You know what? I think that there's a lot of people out there that make it seem like you do, and you don't.
Right.
You don't.
As long as you're structured and you're doing what you have to do.
Dude, it's structure, it's routine, and you're doing it. Right? I think routine is super important. I really do. But I also think the way that I built myself out, structure-wise and calendar-wise, has led to my early success with the company.
I will say that's one thing I've learned from you is that, like we were talking about, you're very good with the calendar.
It's my life.
And you have the thing is though, you have to stick to that calendar.
Like, I do.
Right, and that's
I don't fuck around.
Right, no, you don't. Like I like that way for clients calling in, you don't just drop everything you're doing.
That's a newer thing for me. Like since I started the company, and I really like it too because it's like there's a degree of me like, dude, don't get me wrong, I lose some deals because I won't pick up the phone right away.
Yep.
But you know what though? Those are not the clients I want.
Right.
And I think that was a hard lesson for me to learn.
Right.
I think that another lesson I've learned since I started the business, I don't want every single client that walks in my door. I'm not in the business to make as much money as possible. I'm in the business to do this as long as possible, make as much money as possible, but do it on my terms.
Right. You also want to work with the right client as well.
But you know what? You're not always going to get the right client. Yeah. You know, I think that, see, it's funny. When you send me referrals, 9 out of 10 times, they're good deals.
Right.
And I think that there's not every realtor does business like that.
Right.
There's a lot of realtors that just take on any deal that's placed in front of them, and they will do whatever they can to get that deal done. And I think that that's not necessarily the business model that I share. Mm-hmm. And I think that one thing about you, we're very different. We are very different when it comes to morning routines and stuff. Like,
see, I'm a nighttime guy.
Are you? I'm curious. What is your routine?
Yeah, so I'm a first thing in the morning, wake up, chug water type of guy, right?
How much?
I'm at least like these solo cups. I'm at least crushing like 3 of those.
Every day.
Yeah, every morning, first thing. I literally not get, if I have a cup of coffee first, screws the whole day up.
Really?
But I always go for a walk with the dog, like get a
In the
little,
morning?
yeah, get a little sweat going. And then I always start my calls by at least 9 o'clock. I make my phone calls for a minute.
What are you doing? You're cold calling, or you?
Cold calling, up like catching up with clients.
Do you structure yourself like in terms of like a calendar, like who you're going to call, or do you just kind of like do it?
Yeah, so database calls always from 9 to 10. Like anybody that's inquired about a property, anybody that I'm following up, like not an actual client. Then I usually do, and this is unconventional, and I've found a lot of success with it, is actually making cold calls from 10 to 11. A lot of realtors make their cold calls, if they even cold call anymore, they do it like at 8 a.m.